Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike from Formwin. I'm here to help you guys get your first engineering job. Today, we're going to be talking about how important resumes are. This is something a lot of students struggle with. I struggled with it. Everyone focuses on it, everyone stresses about it, and this becomes something, you just lose sleep over, right? So today, I want to help you guys not lose sleep, get better, get a good resume, and get the job you want. So we're going to be going over 7 points, okay? 7 key points on how important resumes are. The first point is kind of reframing a little bit. Let me ask you a question. How important are degrees? Your degree you're going for. How important is the degree that you're going for? Right? Ask yourself that. How important is it? You probably don't really think about it because you just need to have it, right? It's not something that, oh, it's important, oh, it's not important, oh, I need it, maybe I need to do better at it. No, you need a degree. That's how you're going to get into the field, most likely. That's going to be covered at a later video, but you need a degree, right? So that's how I treat a resume, leading into point number 2. It's just a formality, okay? Resumes are a formality. The reason behind that, it needs to be a nice formality, a nice piece of paper. It is you selling yourself, but at the same time, you need to present yourself in a manner that's going to be someone who deserves the job. When you show up to an interview, you need to deserve the job. Whenever you speak to someone, you need to speak highly of whatever it is that you do. You need to be passionate about what you do. Having a perfect resume isn't going to fix all of that. I'd rather have someone that has all that and a crappy resume than just a nice resume, right? So you need to be asking yourselves those types of questions, and that's how I treat a resume, as a formality. All right, the third point is creating opportunity, right? This is so huge because everyone else that you're working with, every other colleague, every other student, everyone that's hunting for the same job as you is looking to get their resume perfect, right? They're going to 12 resume workshops. They're trying to make sure this thing is crisp, clean, cut, and clear. But if you can do that, in a tenth of the time, you're gonna be creating so much more opportunity for yourself as opposed to them, right? Let's just say student A is going to 10 resume workshops. They're emailing their mentors, hey, how does my resume look? Right? That's not what you need to be doing. A resume, again, is just a formality going back to 2, right? So now that we got that passed, let's create an opportunity for yourself. Don't focus on it because it should already be perfect. Once it's perfect, you're gonna be able to do so many other things that those students aren't doing because they're just stressing over the resume. Guys, point number 4. It is actually important. I'm not just saying it's not important. You need to have a good resume. Again, it's a formality. You need to create an opportunity for yourself, but it does need to be actually good. It can't just be a crappy resume, right? So the number one key thing you need to make sure that you take care of is grammar, right? So if you guys have perfect grammar on it, you're not missing any spaces. It's so common that everyone overlooks this and they're getting those 12 resumes reviews and yet they still have an extra period or they misspell a word, right? So if you can do that, you're gonna already be ahead of everyone going and reviewing this like crazy, right? Because it's going to be analysis by paralysis where you're just looking at it way too much. So that's going to be a real key point, making sure that the grammar is good. But at the end of the day, resumes are important. Not saying it is, but you need to quit stressing about it. Next is going to be content, right? So the content inside of the resume. This is obviously huge. This needs to reflect everything that you're doing, right? Everything that you've worked on, everything you want to work on. You need to convey the story, right? So ask yourself, when you're looking at this resume, would you hire yourself? Is it just some nice bullet point projects with I improved this by 10% or this and that, or is it conveying a story, right? Try to be different than everyone else. Everyone else has the exact same resume. If you go to your school and get the advice from your school or other mentors, right, then you're getting the same advice everyone else is getting. So how are you gonna be different? Right? You need to figure that out. And the way you're gonna do that is with the content you convey. How I got my first internship was a unique way. Every engineering school, every engineering job, everyone says to have a nice, clean, technical resume, no pictures. I went the opposite. I include my favorite quote. I had my picture on it. The rest is history. Next up for the 6th point is going to be how many pages should your resume be? You figure that out. I don't like being told what to do in terms of how many pages, because if you have a story to convey and it's really good and you can captivate someone to keep reading your resume, perfect. If it's going to be 20 pages of all text and a bunch of BS, don't do it, right? So try to use some common sense, but again, this shouldn't be something you're stressing over, right? So 1 page, 2 pages, that's what they recommend, right? But you do you figure it out, work with your coach or mentor, and really figure out how to pinpoint that and iron it out. Last and final point, the 7th point, is don't focus on it. It's very, very simple, guys. You need to just be the best engineer possible, the best student possible, the best person possible. You're gonna do that with your day-to-day actions. A resume is not gonna make or break you, right? It's everything else you do that you might be avoiding if you're stressing about your resume. So how important is a resume? Very important when you look at it from both ways. Don't focus on it, you need the best of both worlds. Guys, take care, message me, text me if you need anything, 305-923-8724. I'm here to help you, I wanna do anything I can for you. I've struggled, I went through some bad times, I wanna help you guys get through yours, get your dream job, let me help you out. Take care guys, have a good week.